Hi, my name is Orseline,
And I'm Scar.
and welcome to my house, Red Book Edition, where I take 15 minutes to draw something from inside my house.
And I'm here to join you on the ride.
Alright, so let's get started.
Let's do it.
We are drawing... What are we drawing today, Scar? You tell us this time.
You want me to actually say it?
Yeah.
Oh. We'll be drawing a circle.
That's right. As always, we're going to start with a circle. Let's see if I can get my circle where I want it here. I think I'm going to go right here.
Alright.
And it's a ruggedy circle, you know? I imagine that this is what, like, stone carved circles might have been, you know?
Stone what?
Stone carved circle? Like, wheels, I mean? You know, like when you got those stone wheels, but you got to do it all by hand. So you got a little, some there that are not quite as circular. But still do the trick, you know?
Okay.
They still are useful for their intended purposes. Alright, so let me try. I want to try this time. I'm trying to draw at a particular
Angle,
I guess. That's not just like a front angle that I always draw all of the things that I draw in.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to kind of think three-dimensionally, and that's hard.
Well, you just gotta sketch it out, right? That's the whole point of
I think that's what I'm going to do.
just gonna sketch it out.
Just the three-dimensional things, you know?
Now I have a very serious question.
Yes.
When you asked me what you were gonna draw, were you being serious? Like you wanted me to actually say it, or did you expect me to say the circle?
Oh, no, I don't, no, I could have gone either way. And either way would have been fine.
Well, I'm gonna take it this route. I think if you stick around just enough, probably not too long, you'll start to realize what this is.
There you
Oh my
go. See,
gosh.
going for those three-dimensional, like,
Oh wow!
looks right there, you know?
weren't kidding.
In my mind, I think this will help. Will it help? Probably not.
I mean, it
I don't
probably will.
think. It might. We'll see.
This looks.
Because we're gonna put some eyes on this in case you haven't figured out that it's something with eyes. We are gonna put eyes on it. And see, this goes to the whole, like, it's in an angle, so I don't want it to look weird, but it might look weird, and I apologize in advance, you know.
It'll probably come together towards the end of the.
And that is
image.
why I did these things, you know. So that it doesn't look like these are cheek blushes.
I already understand where you're going with
You get
this.
what I'm saying, yeah?
I feel like I get where you're going with this.
Yeah, because it would look really weird if I tried drawing it, I think, the way that I normally do. Let's see if this helps, you know? You let us know. Did this help? Did this give it that perspective feel where it's just like, oh, now it doesn't just look lopsided, but I see where these things are coming from. It's who knows, you know?
I feel like this is true to the nature of this series, though. Like, this is the point, right? Is for you to sketch. And this is part of sketching, so.
I think so. Like I said, I'm not a professional.
Oh, I mean, it's in the name.
It is in the name, and I hope
EA Sports.
everyone by now.
It's in the game.
What?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Or I hope everyone by now has already realized that we're not professionals. We do
No.
things very professionally in a non-professional way. Does that make
Sure.
sense?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
I don't know about the professional part, but yeah.
Professionally, in the sense that, you know, we try to do our best,
Well, of course.
and
yeah,
we try to
you
do
know.
things, you know, nicely as we can, while still accepting that we're not professionals.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're still using this new ring light. Second week with this ring light.
Yeah, week 2 with the ring light, and I think week 1 with it was good. I think it helped.
Yeah, little success.
All right, see, now we're going into this territory.
More circles.
I think that's what I was debating. It might be an oval for now.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna do an oval. Oval, but still in the family of circles. I would say. I don't know if there's people out there that, defend the oval as its own thing, but I would put the oval with the circles.
It's part of the circle family.
It's like the square and the rectangle,
Mm-hmm.
They might be different things, but I would classify them as being in the same family of shapes, and ovals and circles I would classify as being in the same family of shapes too. And triangles are just weird.
Remember when you first saw like a hexagon or something? You're like, what is this?
Yes. Well, it was just a slanted rectangle.
Yeah, but it's just funny to look at.
What I liked as a child, and by child I mean maybe like 4th grade,
I thought you were gonna say 4 days ago.
maybe, was the rhombus.
I don't know what that is.
That's a slanted square.
Huh. That's cool.
That was, if I could go as far as to say that was my favorite shape, that may have been
A rhombus. Was
my
your
favorite shape.
Wow, that's a hipster answer. I didn't even know. There's a game called Rhombus of Ruin. Are you telling me that it's about a slanted square?
It might be.
Ruin?
It might be.
Huh. There you go.
Maybe there's that meaning in there somewhere,
Interesting.
to the select few who like rhombuses.
It's a VR game, so I hope that at some point you come face to face with the slanted square.
I went and did this non-sketching, and I regret it. Should I erase it? Should I try and make it better?
Whatever you
know
want
what?
to.
We're gonna do that.
Oh my
I don't know if
gosh,
this is gonna
look at
make it
that.
better or not. We're gonna go back to the sketches.
We're gonna go back to the sketching. Sketch it up.
I feel like you have more freedom, when you sketch it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people can argue that, or maybe a lot of people can argue against it.
Yeah.
I grew up not sketching and just drawing, and I've heard, I don't want to say I've learned, because I may not necessarily have learned it, but I've heard
Mm-hmm.
that sketching with shapes is what helps with perspective. Getting things in the perspective that you want, as opposed to just straight on. Like I said, I always drew straight on. That was my thing. Everybody knew it.
Mm-hmm.
By everyone, I mean a
Everybody knew.
select few of people. But it was very difficult to do perspective. I imagine it's a difficulty that a lot of people that, start off, doing art might have.
I didn't touch a pencil till I was 10, so I don't know.
You never learned how to write?
No.
Until you were 10?
Never touched one.
There you have it. Directly from the horse's mouth.
That's right. Never touched one. Never have, never will.
He's a pen person.
Mm-hmm. I actually like using little feathers that I would find on the floor.
Dip him in ink?
Dip them in some homemade ink.
Oh, what was the homemade ink made out of?
And little blueberries.
Blueberries? You'd crush blueberries?
Yeah. Squeeze them. Squeeze them in my eyeball because I thought it would make my eyes look blue.
I think you can actually use blueberries for ink.
I think you can, yeah.
You can, because I don't know why, but I used to do summer classes for no real reason other than for fun.
Ah.
And my summer class was themed like medieval times.
Uh-huh. That's kinda
And
cool.
we made ink
Uh-huh.
with blueberries.
Very nice. It's cool.
So you can. You know what? You knew these things as a child, as a 10-year-old child, and for that, kudos. You know, I give you props for that. Because you knew things that people back in medieval times used as their normal ink, basis, I guess. I don't know what you would say, yeah. Yeah.
What if I told you I was from the medieval times?
That would make me think of those cases where, like, kids say that they died, like, in a particular place before, and they have, like, these vivid memories.
Gosh.
Of other lives, and it makes people, question if, you do reincarnate.
Oh man.
That's what I would think, if you told me that. I'd be like, oh, okay. Are you how would you call it? Are you, I don't say vouching for reincarnation, but giving proof to reincarnation? I don't know.
Some validity.
Validity, I guess. Yeah. So that's what I would think. That would be the first thing. I wouldn't think, to be like, oh, how was it? What did you do? You know what else they did?
What?
They would take oranges and they would stab cloves into them. They would stab the little cloves into the orange and shake it around in some cinnamon, and it would be like an air freshener.
Huh.
Yeah, so if anyone out there is trying to find a natural, all-natural, eco-friendly option for air fresheners, or just something that's going to make your house smell good, there you have it,
Stab some oranges into your
Tips from us, the non-professionals, on how to freshen your house in a natural way, medieval style.
Oranges and cinnamon.
Yeah, well, it was a single orange, and then you would stab it with cloves all the way around, or they made little designs, if you were feeling, adventurous.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then just kind of shake it around in a bag of cinnamon. Put it out, and I don't remember how long they said it would last. Maybe a couple of weeks. Don't quote me on that.
Couple of weeks? That's insane.
Yeah, it dries out, and don't quote me on that though. I'm not from medieval times like Scar. I simply learned about it as like a 4th or 5th grader, taking summer classes for fun.
Huh. There you go. There you have it.
Yeah. If you ever want to have fun, then maybe there'll be some summer classes out there for those of you that are in school, and you can learn some different things that might stick around.
Shove some cinnamon in orange. Live a little.
Yeah. You learn how to juggle. It's funny because
you can't juggle.
No, I can't. But I was deemed the best juggler just because I held up the little bags of beans maybe like 4 times in a row, and that's because I got lucky. That was a test. You had to do like some juggling, and then the teacher would be like, whoever can hold it up the longest is the best juggler. And there was like a little assembly, and I had to juggle in the assembly. Because it was like an entertainment thing, like the entertainment in the medieval times, and I used to fix this eye. And I juggled, and I was really bad at it. And I'm sure those beanbags fell plenty of times.
You just walk off like Napoleon Dynamite.
I just remember that, like, the teacher, I don't want to say the principal, maybe he was the principal in charge. Like, they said some encouraging things, and they're like, all right, now let's bring out the flaming, what do you call those things? Those things that when jugglers juggle with like it looks like a bowling ball pin, but it's not.
Oh my gosh, I know what you're talking about.
I don't want to say he said pins or something. He said something.
I don't know the name.
Which was, I guess, intended to kind of like give a little shock factor and kind of scare the little kids to get a reaction out of us, but
I mean, throwing it on fire.
We all knew that school would burn down because my juggling skills were not up to par.
Did you have like flame resistant Oh my gosh, now I'm blanking. Curtains? Jeez.
I don't think so. I don't think we had flame resistant anything.
Oh no. It's a good thing I didn't show up. I'm just kidding. Alright.
Yes. So yeah, you were. I don't want to say ahead of your time. Oh no!
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's it.
That was
That's
it.
time. That's
That is
15
time.
minutes.
That was 15 minutes and a
And?
15-minute spiel about the things that they did in the medieval times.
That's right. So if you like ink and flaming juggling,
Blueberry ink.
blueberry ink in particular. None of that boysenberry or blackberry or
Or raspberry for
Yeah.
red ink. You know, I'm sure the teachers used raspberry.
yeah.
Students used blueberry.
They tried cranberry once and said kick it to the curb. Let's dry stuff out of here.
Exactly. There you have it. Sorry, I really just wanted to get these little sketch lines out of the way so he looks a little more presentable.
And who is he?
He's a Pokemon. He's Bulbasaur.
It's Bulbasaur.
Guess that Pokemon. You know, he got a little shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, it looks
It's
like
Pikachu.
something. It's Pikachu. It looks like Bulbasaur, but then when you show it, it's just Pikachu behind like a bush.
Oh man.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
I'm done, but not done.
No, but this turned out well.
You know, I think for anyone out there that's kind of skeptical about shapes and 3D shapes and perspective, I think it helps coming from someone who just tried it right now.
Well, there you have it. I mean, 15 minutes. We got almost all of it in there. I mean, these are some finishing touches here.
Yeah, it was all in there plus some extra lines, and that's what we're
Yeah.
erasing.
All right.
No.
Well, I'm glad you feel good about this one.
Yeah.
I think this was great. Any last words before we wrap this up?
If anybody decides to do that orange as an air freshener, let us know how it turns out.
Let us know.
Because I haven't done it since 4th grade.
That's right.
But I do remember it smelling really nice.
You heard it here first. That's like the third time. That's the third thing you've heard here first today. So, with that, we're going to call it. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, non-professionals on Instagram, YouTube, and twitch.tv/nonprofessionals, where we continue our video game streams. That's where you can catch all that. And then those go up in VOD form on YouTube because I tried to dual stream. So you can also catch it there. But, you know, whatever works for you. Support us however you feel like supporting us. Clicking on these videos means a lot to us. Thank you all so much. And until next week, goodbye.
Bye.